Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Campbell. I've been bringing through light language since 2003. And in the collective tune-up, I tune in to the mass consciousness of everyone and bring through light language that would best serve our evolution at this time. Light language very quickly dissolves old programs and then will encode new light frequencies to lift our field and to activate our DNA into a new way of being in the world. It's a very powerful, fast frequency technology that humans are awakening to more and more. Thank you for listening and receiving this light language activation to awaken your greatest potential in this world. And I truly appreciate your support. You know the drill of my channel. Like, subscribe, share. As my channel grows, more and more people will be activated into these higher frequencies, which really will make a difference in this world as we're holding these upgrades. Your support can have a big impact on my channel, so thank you so much. And now let's move into the light language activation tune-up for the collective. Hello everyone. It's raining out today and I'm sitting under my skylight, so nature is adding a little background ambiance. I hope it's not too distracting. Today when I tuned in to see what our collective tune-up would be about, I got to release some of the despair that people are feeling in the world today, seeing everything that's happening that can be troubling for so many people. And of course, there are many ways to think about what is happening in the outside world. It is the dissolving of the old and needs to happen. But of course, when it means loss of lives, and especially when it's loss of people who are close to you for whatever reason that is happening, it can create a lot of despair. And many people allow themselves to get pulled in as well and get very emotional about what is happening. So we're just going to do some light language today. This activation is going to be able to help people kind of pull back a little bit and know that the greatest support is just holding space, holding presence, knowing that everyone is on the path that is right for them. It may be different from ours, but the greatest compassion is understanding that they are on the path that is right for them. And when we can hold space for that while still being loving and kind and caring, we're actually helping to shift the frequency of what that person is receiving. When people receive victim energy in return for what they're going through, then it just helps keep them in that way of being. Whereas just having a loving frequency that is fully present but not as emotionally involved, then it almost gives them that strength that they need to help move through that. So that's what this activation is going to be about today. Hushiat kia shanaha, mash kia taya kosiat kia sha, maxakat kia shakoi kia nat kia shat kia ishat ashkanahat kia asiki. So the first thing I'm seeing is that their sorrow is truly sorrow for all the unseen pain and hidden shadows within themselves. It's truly sorrow for their own experience, although most people don't realize that. And so in one way, it's a way for them to release that. So we'll just go back in. Hushikiyana kiyasa kiyasai takoshia, maxikatike shiko tikia sanahashia, maxikea koshiakwa tikianai masotike, akshikiyana tikia shatakahasana, maxatakaya hoshiakina, hoshiaknia tikiska, ushakwa e takoshia ikonia. So I see people just realizing and understanding that there is this deep sorrow within themselves, and getting in touch with that, as difficult as it is. It's really hard to do. I've just gone through some deep I call it a reality check for my own life through the last solar eclipse sandwich, I call it, that was really intense. It was really hard to be present with, but I knew everything was surfacing so that it could be released, and I'm not carrying the hidden aspect of what that has been within me any longer. And so I'm seeing people moving into this, like having the realization that the way forward is to go through whatever this is and to really be present with it, and activating the strength for them to be able to be in that and to know to reach out to people for support when they need it. Hushania katakia shaya kosia. Maksakana hashia kosia tkia sha. Maksatake kakoshi atiki anai siki. Ushako e takoshi na takia saya kana heka. Kana heka nia kaya so takia. So takia shakwa atiki anai shakia. Maksake takoshi akwa e kana. Maksakaya toshi akwa e kana takia sha. Maksiatakia satakia shataki iskanahatik e. So I see people dropping into this deeper awareness that this pain is within them as well, and just letting that settle in, and just accepting that what they see on the outside and what pulls them emotionally on the outside is something that is also within themselves, and having this understanding that they can look at this within themselves and transform it in whatever way they are able to do. But it's this new awareness that, oh, this is within me as well. This is why I'm so emotionally triggered by what I'm seeing. And then the willingness to face that and work through that. And so for the activation, for the codes, will anchor in them having moved through the other side of this, and then holding a different level of compassion in the world. And for those of us who already have this compassion without being too emotionally connected, it is just supporting us in the way that we can be present for others, even the way that we bring our own frequency into the world. It can help us to anchor that more fully into a level of compassion that doesn't have the same emotional attachment. Again, this doesn't mean not loving, because the emotional attachment to it doesn't mean love. Oftentimes it means your sorrow is being projected, or your pain or your suffering is being projected. So when we've cleared all of that within us and stepped into a higher frequency of being, then we still have the compassion, but it's just from a more solid center that doesn't carry those emotions of the trauma that so we've all carried from the past. So we're just anchoring in these new codes now. Huchikaya no shiako I kanasakia haya sotiki. Hashanea ko sanatikia mashiatikia shaya kotihi. Hisakwa atikia shaya kanotike. Hisana. Makshikatike no sikaya to. Ashiako iakaya no shiako I kanatika ashkanahetika esiki. Ushako etako shiaya kasia. Maksikaya to shiako e kiki. Isakwa iakaya no shiatikia sha. Maksikatikia shatika eshkano. Maksikaya to shiakwa. Kiana hesakoti kakakiana. Ishakwa etako shiaya kanaha. Makshiwatkia satke kano. So I see people anchoring into this knowing that it is an inner journey, and that's the first step. Like for many people, just accepting that and knowing that and really letting that settle into their inner expression is the first step, and then deciding for themselves how they're going to do that. Some people may journal, other people may talk to friends, other people may call on a coach or someone who can offer their services in a more professional way to help them out. But I see everyone realizing that this is what they need to do, and they will all find their own way of moving into this. It will be activated within them to do so. So thank you so much for being present. and bringing your beautiful light into this activation. As always, it is supporting the world when any of us do this, and also bringing the frequency of these light language codes into your environment so we can spread this around the world. So again, thank you so much, and I will see you again very soon.